Hello there my fellow watchers, Emi Akuma here. Today's video will be different. We'll be going on a crazy theory online on a game called Idiotic Investing. But before I go on explaining this odd theory of mine, let's first do a summary on where it all started. Idiotic Investing was released on April 18 of 2021. On the bottom text below part of the menu screen where it shows tips and fun facts, if you're interested enough to read them. Yeah, I know you'll be saying, oh, it's just an Easter egg, or ha ha ha, it's just a funny joke. But you can't tell me wrong that the character sounds exactly like Hackula from Arsenal. The only thing that separates them both is their names. This character's name is Lauren, so I thought they were the same person. For playing the game for like what, a year, well, exploring the trade lobby where nobody goes, at the end of the day I wasn't able to find much of a connection between the two characters to debug the theory of mine, so I gave it a break and decided to hop in their Discord server to get some code and sweet rewards to end up discovering that the game itself apparently has lore. Studio Discord channel named The Art Creation, there was a discussion on the game. Boy oh boy, that response just got me rethinking. I always suspected that the game could or at least have somewhat a lore, but I couldn't prove it without any evidence. Alright, now I can start explaining why I believe Hackula is Lawrence or Lawrence is Hackula. At the start of the game, you're given two art pieces. On second thought, I would just allow Lawrence to explain it.
At the beginning of the game, you'll have 90 seconds to make two drawings. After everyone has submitted their masterpieces, you'll be given 3,000 credits. You will also see 3 different prompts and values on the top right of your screen throughout the entire round. If you are able to discern one of the drawings described by one of your prompts, use the price to your advantage. Whether it be by leaving it alone if the value is low, or going all in on it if the value is high. Then the actual price, they will lose money. But if you bid less, you will gain a profit. The overall goal of this tournament is to have the most currency by the end of the game. The drawing's owner will also get 50% of the final bid on their craft. But if the winner buys their own art, they will get 0% of the bid, but they still get the drawing value. When someone is low on credits, Bloxbank will make their presence known. You can 1,000 credits from them once per turn, but you can only take 3,000 credits maximum, so be mindful. You're able to call them up again by clicking the call bank option on the side menu during the allotted bidding time. But be careful! If you take the loan, then you will have to pay a 50% interest fee at the end of the game when everybody's scores are being tallied up. Force a fellow player to bid on the art piece they do not want to bid on with a simple press of the button, and then you can select the victim of your choice. Need somebody to bid on your art? Use a screw. Want payback on a friend who tricked you into bidding on a low-priced piece of art? Use a screw! Just keep in mind that if your target doesn't have enough credits to uphold the current bid, your screw will be thrown into the rubbish with no second chance, so make your selection count. And that's all there is to it! Go ahead and prepare your account to go into the red and let yourself loose in the bidding! Good luck and have fun, chap!
Now that you've been shown how to play it, it's clear that the voice of Lauren sounds exactly like Hackula. Then came the Halloween update in Idiotic Investing. They had a new code to redeem, and a new case including brand new bid icons. As for the trading lobby, it was very decorative and festive. Here's the footage. I also noticed that the Bloxbank was still closed and abandoned, in a state of closure when you walked inside the Idiotic Investing establishment. Oh yeah, I bet you were not expecting that, huh? In the center of the establishment, you notice a circle of white candles on the rug. I tried clicking on it, but nothing happened. As for now, on 2023, the trading lobby got updated. This time, the Bloxbank was no longer in closure. It was fixed and clean. The only thing you had was a computer in the front desk. Now you know something new about the game. Let's determine the story and lore that Lawrence has. As far as we know, Lawrence is an auctioneer in an establishment selling pieces of fine artwork to players, as the player plays the role of bidder or artist. I assume it occurred in the 80s by the car model in the parking lot in the establishment. As one comment says the following, we hired Hackula after he realized that murdering people wasn't profitable. From Tiv 754. I'm not too sure if it wasn't profitable for a vampire that benefits from human blood as to be their only source of meal. but I suppose getting cash for financial stability will make sense. Now the question is, how did Hecula, or aka Lawrence, became a vampire? It's stated that he became a vampire in Arsenal.
It could be determined that, after being bit by some random vampire in the middle of the night while wandering his own business. The interesting thing about becoming a vampire is that it's really uncertain if you'll be a weak or a powerful vampire. Lucky for Lawrence, he became a powerful one due to how attacks can kill you in one shot if you're not careful. Well, here's the twist: while obtaining the badge and when you don't bid at any art pieces, Lawrence will start to get mad, but more infuriated to notice that not only you didn't bid any art pieces. He says the following:
Seems my suspicion on all of you coordinating and making my life a living hell was confirmed! Since you like being troublemakers, I'll be more than glad to kick you all out of this establishment! And if you think I'm all bark and no bite, we're dead wrong! Now get out of here before things get really messy!
This dialogue alone just got me thinking more on why he said we are making his life a living hell. Another line that hits much different is when you don't draw at all, it's already enough you get roasted by Lawrence for not completing one art piece.
What the deuce? Nobody in this room made a single drawing? Are they all suffering from some sort of brain deficiency or something? Do I need to call emergency services to escort you all for medical treatment? Did I hear someone snicker? Well, that debugs the whole medical attention thing. If you don't complete your drawings in the allotted time frame, I will kick you all out with no hesitation. Oh, and you also receive new topics for your drawings, because you all are just so sneaky and clever. But if you complete them in the time slot, we can just pretend all of this didn't happen. But that's up for fate to determine, and I'm not a patient man, so get going!
But for not completing 2 artwork pieces for the forcibly removed badge.
Okay, ha! You all are just so funny! Someone should give you a comedy award for your prowess! You know what? Just get the hell out! Do it before I, as a hornet's nest, will swarm and crush all your windpipes like a boa constrictor! Don't test me! Don't you dare test me, so get the hell out of this establishment right now!
It's more than clear that this guy doesn't want to lose his job from a couple of goofballs, or something far worse is happening in this establishment. Then again, as MatPat would say,
but hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.